seems to be a dark agenda on this planet to keep indigos from waking up and taking on the mantle of power they have inside. That is why so many indigos have been sucked into such harsh and debilitating environments. The dichotomy is that indigos innately know that in order to transform the corruption, pollution, and dysfunction on this planet, you have to go inside to the core or mind of the system to know how it operates and thus how to change, alter, and bust that system. Indigos came here to bring order and balance back to a planet in chaos and headed for destruction. Indigos are the fifth element that has come as part of the cosmic cleanup crew to rid the planet of corrupted consciousness and physical and energetic diseases that are imprisoning, destroying, and mutating all life forms here. The starseed indigo and crystal children are individuals who are born with a more attuned spiritual vibration or awareness and may sometimes exhibit unusual or extraordinary characteristics and traits. Many indigos are diagnosed with autism or ADD. These children may operate on a higher frequency or a new level of consciousness, which is helping to usher in a new wave of spiritually evolved human. It is said that these indigo children have been incarnating here since the early 1920s, which means that a majority of them are already adults. Starseed indigo and crystal children have been arriving with the gifts as it was in the beginning. These children inherently carry that which is the crystalline energies. Not only are these energetics crystalline in nature, they are also carrying the harmonics of the pyramids, those which are tetrahedronal in form. These pyramids carrying an entirety of the spectrum of light, the sacred spiral. This meaning is a fullness of the spectrum of light and frequencies, a complete set of energies, perfection in existence. This combination of light energies is perfection universal. These starseed indigo and crystal children are able to function as pure energy within their consciousness. These little beings are coming with the ability to see past the illusions, the abilities to travel within their consciousness throughout the dimensional realms. They are able to see past the illusions that are created within your third dimensional realities. Starseed indigo and crystal children are able to communicate telepathically and are speaking to others in other dimensions as a normal event in the course of their play. It is that these children understand that which you do not. That reality is not limited to that which is what you see, hear, feel, taste, and smell, but a much greater reality that is beyond your physical manifestations. These are some of the qualities and challenges that first-wave indigos and crystal children experience. Most can relate to at least 90% of this list. Were born en masse, about 62%, between 1969 and 1987. With stragglers before and after, 30% were born in the 50s. Highly intelligent in their own way. Know in their heart and core that they are here on a mission, but many don't remember what that is or how to go about it. An inner awareness that what is being taught in churches and schools is not accurate, and know there are hidden agendas around the lies that are being accepted by the masses as truth. This is extremely frustrating, but inspires them to uncover the cover-ups and expose the real truth. Have a strong sense of truth, ethics, justice, and freedom. That is why authority figures many times irritate and frustrate them. When these are in jeopardy, they will give their all for their cause, and many times feel they would rather die than give in to tyranny and deception. Many have strong or unusual psychic and telekinetic abilities. Have extraordinary levels of compassion. Have purple and ultraviolet as their favorite color or see it in their dreams. Have an affinity to knights, castles, and dragons. Shut down psychic abilities because it scares people. Many times they get along better with animals and nature than with people. Have a bond or connection to the trees and nature in general. They can relate well to children and or the elderly. They feel very comfortable lounging and would rather sit on the floor on a pillow than in a hard, uncomfortable chair. They would prefer sitting on the floor in school and even business meetings if they could get away with it. Many times they get very impatient when someone doesn't get to the point. They are creative, inventive, and very intuitive. Have an innate sense of connectedness to all of creation, the web of life. They get confused and disturbed when others don't share their reality. A high capacity for love, and therefore others may feel uncomfortable by their intensity. Very sensitive, sometimes hypersensitive, and may not be able to distinguish between the emotional feels of those around them and their own personal emotions. They may go through periods of apathy and cynicism as coping mechanisms. They have an intense longing for their own kind or soulmates, but don't know where to look. They have what I endearingly term HDD, or hug deficit disorder, and need immense amounts of physical touching, hugs, and they love to cuddle. Because of being misunderstood and then betrayed, many develop strong trust issues and therefore keep many of their thoughts, feelings, and opinions to themselves. About 30% have difficulties expressing themselves, especially in writing. Note, if you read some of the poorly written correspondence from some of these first-wave indigos, you would assume they were uneducated and nearly illiterate, but the truth is that these same people can also be speed readers and can absorb information in seconds that would take others minutes to understand and retain. They are very disciplined when properly motivated. Male indigos, and many females, for the most part, don't do authority very well, because most of the time they are smarter than those in authority. Female indigos seem to be able to cope better with the school systems than their male counterparts. Indigos have a strong desire to know why, and if they don't see the point in something, or if it isn't explained properly, they will feel it is simply not worth their time and energy, and will either react with resistance or just simply blow off the people and things that seem not worth their time and energy. All first-wave indigos have what might be termed as a gift of healing, whether it is making people feel better with their humor and wit, hands-on healing, animal and plant healing, healing with music and tone, or healing with new unproven methods, some of which are natural and need no external training for. Many indigos have telepathic healing abilities, and long distances make no difference to the efficiency of their work. Because of their expanded perception, unusual creativity, wanting to try new things, and running way ahead of what is being taught in class, many were diagnosed as having attention deficit disorder and put on Ritalin as children. Most indigos, especially males, have a high innate aptitude for